Now, Isaiah Sharp with the Idaho News 6 forecast.
Taking a quick look at the Village at Meridian. Current temperature sitting into the 40s on a fairly cool night. As you can only see, a couple of people walking around, but pretty cool. They must be wearing jackets being out in these kinds of temperatures. We do have a freeze warning that's going to be moving into the Treasure Valley at about 3 a.m. on Saturday. That's going to continue on until about 10. It's going to be a really chilly night. We got all these clear skies after that initial system that passed on over, now making its way over the top of the Four Corners states, now sitting over the top of Utah and Colorado. But because of that, things cleared on out. We got these crystal clear skies, but now we don't have any of that cloud coverage that kind of causes some of that insulation to keep things warm. So it's going to be a cool one ahead. Just be prepared for it. We do have a system off the coastline, but it doesn't look like it's going to be making its way towards us at all. Just kind of going to be staggering over the top until Monday. Maybe potential chances of precipitation in the central part of the Gem State, but really nothing happening in the Boise area or the Magic Valley region. Nothing really south in Idaho. Really going to be nice and clear and dry. Temperatures might be rising just slightly. It won't be until next Sunday do we see a little bit of activity start to happen. As you can see, October 27th going to be happening a little bit of precipitation, and as you can see, some snow up in the mountain ranges because of how cool it is. But this system, it may drop on through, bringing in some more precipitation on the start of next week. So we'll pay attention to that, what the 28th moving forward might look like, potentially having some more rain coming in. Taking a look at the temperatures that we saw today, and they were certainly brisk. 56 the highest we saw in Boise, 50 down in Twin Falls. I got too used to the 70s that we had going on for the start of October, and so these temperatures certainly chilly to me. Taking a look at what temperatures will be like tomorrow, just a smidge warmer than what we saw today, up into the 60s for the Boise region, 60s in the mountain ranges, and the Magic Valley will miss out, just sitting at 59. But the temperatures will continue to rise just steadily as we get into the start of the week, and then sit pretty consistently into the 60s. I'll show you those numbers coming up in just a couple of moments. Taking a look at the Gem State in our 6 to 10 day outlook, and as you can see, all of the Gem State sitting in the warmer than per usual category. The only part of the country that's sitting cooler than per usual is the far top right corner of our United States over in Washington. The rest of the country sitting in warmer than per usual categories, and it kind of follows suit with the warm summer that we have. We still have a warm fall to go ahead. Our 6 to 10 day outlook, as you can see, sitting in the warmer per usual category, but we got cool temperatures coming into tomorrow. Taking a look at what your Saturday's got. 60s expected across the board. 64 and 65 up kind of in the northern part of the Treasure Valley and the southern part of the Treasure Valley, sitting more into the 63s. But take a look at those lows, all into the 30s. 30 degrees in Caldwell. Nice and chilly down there with mostly clear skies. 29 down in Mountain Home. Really, really cool nights expected for us going into this weekend. 50s expected in McCall and Cascade. 60s everywhere else. 70s up in Riggins, Idaho. Nice and warm up there. 22 expected to be the low for McCall, Idaho, and that's not the coolest. Take a look at the eastern central mountains. Stanley is going to be the top dog when it comes to the cool temperatures. I should say the lower end of that. 13 expected to be the low in Stanley. 17 in Fairfield. Yesterday, fairly impressive, sitting at 5 degrees, but 60s expected across the board. Will we ever see 70s again, though? We will see 70s, actually, going into your Sunday. Temperature is going to be breaking 70 right there. We'll stick into the upper 60s going into the start of the week. 63 expected to be on your Tuesday, and then mid to upper 60s for the rest of your week. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday sitting in that mid to upper 60 range. Make sure you go outside, enjoy the lovely weather. We'll have partly cloudy conditions. It will be a little chilly though, so make sure you grab a jacket.